Hello, I'm Roman, and welcome back to the series of videos Neural Networks from Scratch in Golang, where we're using this book called Neural Networks from Scratch in Python, but we're writing everything with the Golang. I want to remind that I have a main channel when I do some talking head videos about tech and other things. You will find the link into the description. I have a Discord channel, and I have a coffee page in case you want to support recording of this series. And in the previous video, I finally finished with the previous chapter called Model Object. So finally we have the model class that we can reuse and create new models. So the next thing we'll try to use a real dataset that is called fashion MNIST. It's a replacement for the original MNIST dataset that contains numbers. And as it was mentioned here, it's pretty easy to get 99% of accuracy on this dataset. So the company called Zalando released a dataset of the clothes. And what we're going to do, I'm going to write some code to actually download and unzip it. I mean, I can do this manually just with the two commands on the CLI, and that's it. But since this series is about learning new things, I will try to implement the download and the unzipping of this file. So the first thing we actually need to download, well, the first thing I actually will need to, or rather even the first thing I actually need to comment all the things that I've done on the last. And okay, how would I call it? Finished with model. Okay. So what I want to do, I'm going to utils. I will create the downloader and the unzipper. Well, basically it will be the function one to download, and the second one is to unzip things. So here's one download. That will be utils, and I will have one download file. It will take the URL. It will take the store URL, right? And yeah, it could return error, right? If everything is okay, it will return nil as an error. But if it will have some problems, yeah, we'll return the error. And then we'll check if the download was successful. If not, then we won't be able to unzip it. If it's okay, then we can go. So what I kind of started to look a little bit this thing before, and the first thing, how I will download. I assume I need something like net HTTP, most likely, to download things, right? Do I have a maybe guide about this? Don't know it. No. I guess that's the guides about the language. Okay, that's not what I need. Oh. Mm. Starting developing RESTful API with Go. Can start with generic. Mm. Mm. Okay. Net HTTP. Okay, let's take a look at clients. Package HTTP provides HTTP client and server implementation. Maybe we just need get, and that's it. It issues a get to the specified URL if the response is one of the following redirected code get all of the redirection up to 10 maximum redirects to make. Okay, so how it will work? The client and transport response represent the. Okay, this is the response. Does it have the body? Okay, body will also implement typewriter, read or closer. Okay, so we can do the get and it will return the response and the error. And I assume then from the response, I can do the other thing. Okay, so the first utils download file. That will be what we downloading and store URL. Actually, okay, let's do the assets. And I will go into the assets and let's go fashion these images zip. Yeah. If error equal to this, if error is not equal to nil, right? So we give empty petal. So we have error. Do I have petal error? Petal. Go types error. FMT wrapper formats according to a specified format specified and return the string as the value. Okay, we'll just do print and return. Right? So currently, if I will make run it, nothing happens. Okay. So what it was, I am taking the HTTP get. Okay. What is it? Resp error HTTP get, and we pass in the URL, right? If error is not equal to nil, we just return error, right? If not, then we have body, and that's the read closer. I have no idea what all this is, so I will dive into this today. Basically, this one will be not about the neural networks, but I would say more about the plain Go development, because Go is still new to me. I didn't do much with this one, so yeah. The response body is streamed on demand as the body field is read. If the network connection fails or the server terminates the response body, read calls return error. HTTP client and transport guarantee that the body is always non-nil. Even on... Okay, the next thing I actually want to check before we download. I think we need a way to create a file. Create file, right from file, file, probably from the OS. Okay, file represents an open file descriptor. Creates a truncates named file. If the file indicates, if the file does detect, it creates with mode 0666. Before the mask is successfully emitted on the return file can be used for I/O. The associated file descriptor has mode create temp. New file. What's the difference? New file returns a new file with the given file descriptor and the name. The returned value will be nil if fd is not a valid descriptor. So I guess I can just use create. So what it means, I should have file error, and that will be IO create, right? And the name, but I guess that should be store URL. What's the problem? Oh, it's OS. Create, it's not IO, it's OS. OS, right? I'll declare that not used. Again, well, that's actually annoying. Okay. Then I think I will do something like write bytes, right? Writes len b bytes from b to the... It returns the number of the bytes written and an error if any. Byte returns non-nil error when n is not equal to len. Okay, so the question is then, do I have read? Okay, so I have the response, which is, okay, HTTP response. Okay, so they telling me the same warnings, but they ignore them in the standard library. Okay, status header, I'm not interested in. Body. So how I can tail request? Okay, read closer. Reader and closer. Okay, let's do the reader. Read. Reader is an interface that works the basic read method. Reads up to... Okay. Groups the basic read and closer. Okay. But do I have a way to just, without implementation of the... Okay, it's body URL status codes. Okay, by the way, I'm thinking that I need to do something like res close, right? And I need to do the same for the file. So file close, right? Okay. What is next? But since it's a reader, maybe I have something. I'm thinking if it's a stream, maybe I can copy somehow. Copy copies from the source to the destination until the end of the file is reached on the source or an error occurs. Return the number of the bytes copied the first and canval copy if any. Okay. What is destination in my case? So I need to pass the writer and the reader. Okay, so let's check. I think the response is reader already. Okay, that works. Can I call, what do you mean? Body clause. And yeah, body and yeah, defer. And then the question is with the file. What is it? OS file, OS file. That's, I mean, this is actually my problem currently with the Go. How I can check if the specific type implements some protocol. So for example, I have a writer. How I can check, well, I assume that the file implements it, but how I can check it with the, with the LSP or something like this. Go, okay, check if struct impl, yeah, looks like it's not the only mine concern. How to check if type satisfies an interface at the runtime? No, I don't need it at the runtime. I need it on the LSP. Explore stuff. Maybe this one. Go the implementation. The implement query shows not further implemented by selected. Why do you need to know which interface a structure is implemented? If you try passing it somewhere that you think it should be implemented and it's not, it will be a compiler error and you will know right away. If you need to be sure it's implemented in an interface, you can assign it to a variable. But what if I want to find all of the implementations? Everyone has been telling you to use Go Guru and they are not wrong. This is the correct way to get this information in Go. That said, you might be wondering why Go doesn't have an implements keyword, why that Go needs a whole separate tool like Guru to give you information that Java gives you right away in the source. Well, consider this example. Read, write, say, close. Yes. Want to know what that implements according to the Go Guru? Also, it's actually a command. Check out how Glenor and still useful this interface can be when we aren't forced to explicitly implement. What is Guru? Do I have it? No. Go Guru. Not Go Guru. An integrated tool for navigating photo was deleted in March 2024. It has long been suppressed by GoLSP that work with a wide range of editors. Yes, but how I can do this in the GoLSP? I'm using the Go PLS, but how would you? Okay, I think I have. I'm really curious how to do this. Okay, so let's assume I have read closer, right? No, let's, okay, reader. And it's a reference. This is the implementation. Wait. Called implementation. So you want to tell that all of these structs, they implement the reader? Let me try another thing. Read clause. Do I have what I'm using? I'm trying to use the one with, oh, that's the zip. I'm using the one from HTTP, right? So it should work. It should be here. Can I write HTTP? Okay. HTTP get. Okay. Get. No. No, it's not the get. Response. I still not sure. Read closer. Oh, it's in the body. Okay, so wait. So if I will write body, no. Okay, so it showed me the struct that implements this. Okay, so maybe what I've been typing is I used the what's called telescope implement. Where is it? Buffers. Where is it? LSP implementation. Okay. Let's try to use. I think I will. This one will be messing around with the downloading, and hopefully I can finish it today. So where is it? I have the dash. Okay, copy from IO. Written. Okay, I'm not interested in the number of written numbers. I'm interested only in error. So I use IO copy. I assume, well, the destination is file and the source is resp body, right? Non-new variables on the left side. Okay, so, and then again. So if that was a successful copy, it means that everything is good, right? Am I missing something? Okay, let's try. Make run. Okay, so it tries to connect. That's good. We have an asset. Oh, really? We have an asset. Okay, so the file assets hash zip archive, LZMA. Okay. But it tells me it's a zip file. Okay, so the next thing. Okay, I have the download file, which is good. So I can go to the main and mm, I mean it will re-download it, but I mean who cares at this moment? I will do it once and comment back this. Okay, so the next one is will be actually unzip, and I think this one will be much interesting because what I want to do unzip data sets, and what I will do, I will have the file path file URL string. I think I want to make I want to specify the targets. Target folder URL, right? String, and what I want to return. Do I need to return anything apart from the error? Number of the no. I mean, the only thing I want to understand if there is an error of unzipping, because I will be specifying the target folder anyway. So yeah, that could return only error, and by default that should be nil, right? So what to do next? If error is utils unzip dataset, and currently we have assets fashionist images zip, right? And what will be the target again? Assets fashionist images. Unzipped doesn't have side effect and it returns value is ignored. Sure. Hop, hop, two. Okay. So what do we need to do? First, I think, well, I mean, I can write it in a better, no, not in a better way. I mean, in a more production ready way, I would say. Well, what I mean, I can do things like checking if the file exists. Um, really? Wait. Exit. No, it's exit. Exist. Yeah. For example, is exist returns a boolean indicating whether error is known. Wait, what? Error. Can I check if the file exists? No. Wait. Mm, Why I'm passing the error? Oh yeah. By the way, make dir that I will need read file, remove, rename, temp dir, truncates. No, the right file. Oh, I mean, I can open the file, right? And if, I mean, if it's empty, then it will return the error, right? Opens the name. the named file for reading. If successful method on the return file can be used for reading, the associated file descriptor has modes read-only. If there's an error, it will be of type path error. Okay, so basically, if as open file URL, no, it's not the way you write the code here. File error equals to os open file URL, right? If error is not equal to nil, return it, right? And we defer file close. Because we want to close it. Otherwise, well, of course, for me, it doesn't make any sense, but it means that if the file is left open, no one else can open it for reading. All right. So what's the time? 34 minutes. Okay, maybe I'll write some other stuff. So the next thing, I need to check if the target folder exists, right? And I remember Kadir, I think. Yeah. And Kadir creates a new directory with a specified name and a permission bits. If there's an error, that would pass error, for example. Oh, log fatal. Yeah, what I wanted. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Proxy. Okay. Log fatal. This is what I wanted. Oops. Yes, we don't need UFMT. What's the example? mkdir. Okay. If is exist. Oh, so I mean that's how they check it. Basically, I'm trying to make a directory. I'm getting the error. If it's error that represents that this exists, then I will just ignore it. Okay, so I'm going to create a directory and I'm going to unzip all of the things here. So, okay, but first thing, I need to check if the, well, actually, mk directory target folder. And then this one will be different, and it's not os is exist error, then we return it. Error, right? Okay, so it means that if I will run it, it should create me a folder in the assets, right? Make run. If I'll run it once again, there shouldn't be an error. Okay. Okay. Then comes the interesting parts. I actually need to write the unzipping. Do I have unzip? No. Okay. Do I have the zip? I would assume it's in the archive zip. Okay, package zip provides support for reading. Hopefully that's better. See the zip specification for details. Okay, this is actually the specification for the zip file. Okay, not needed now. Note about zip 64. To be backwards compatible, the file had loaded both 32 and 64-bit size fields. The 64-bit fields will always contain the correct value, and for the normal archives, both fields will be the same. Files required in zip64 format, the 32-bit fields will be, yeah, so they will be pre-filled with the, and I think I need, well, it's actually not clear. I'll use zip64. So we have the file reader, variables, compressor, custom compressor, probably not. Compressor, decompressor returns a new decompressing reader from the IO read clause must be used to release associated result. Okay. Open returns a read clauses that provide access to files content. Multiple files may be read simultaneously. File header describes a file within a zip file. See. Okay, so maybe I actually need the open from this package, and then I need a decompressor. So instead of the OS, it should be archive. No, not this one. Zip. This one, yes. So we have zip. You sure? Or it's the same file as we had before? No, it's zip reader file. Okay, but how I would... Oh, I actually needs file for it. How I open the file? Reader open, new reader. New file, new reader. New reader returns a new reader reading from R, which is assumed to have any file inside the archive uses a non-local name. I'm trying to understand what is the starting point for me. For example, for decompressor, I need the IO reader. For the file, how I can get the file. Open row returns a reader. But it's part of the file. File in file header. Would something read cross open reader. Okay, open reader will open the zip file specified by the name and return. Okay, it return read closer. Does it have any examples? Writer implements. Okay, so do I have an example? Oh, okay. Zip open reader, open an archive for reading. Okay. Oh, this is basically what I need. I think so. Instead, here it will be open file. No, open reader. Open reader. If it's possible to open, okay. If it's not, I will return the error. then iterate through the files in the archive, putting some of their comments. So, okay, for what's the next file in the range of file, right? File dot filia, filia.filia file. Okay, and I should just copy this one. Contents of this one. Then we actually open in the file, like RC. What is RC? Read closer, probably. Error equal to f that's open. We should close it at some point, right? So close. Okay, fmt prints len. Error declared but not used. If there is an error, yes, let's return it, because then it will be definitely an issue. And boom, 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 boom. Okay. Then I need to copy n. What is copy n? Is std out printing some of their contents, but I don't need to print it, right? Contents, unzipping this one, but I don't. Okay, so would call it read stream, right? But then I need to create a new file for this. And then actually the question is, it takes the file, it has the name, but what about the path? File info. Name size mode is dir. Yes. So what do I do with the directories? Create new file. What to do with dirs, and how to replicate the same folder structure. But I will just check. File. Can I print the file info? Right. As a string. Length of the byte, mode, modification time is directory, underline data source. Okay, let's print is dir. Okay, basically I can do this, right? I will just debug it and see what's happening and how it looks like. Yes. Okay, so we have the file, right? So there is a file header. We have the name. Okay. So then there is train /9/ name of the file. And then there is a question, can I write it with creation of the Can I write it with the creation of folders, or should I replicate it now? Um, I think I can use IO copy, right? Hmm. If f dot file info is dir, okay, print dir. Why I'm doing this, you will see. White ended. Okay. Oh, hmm. Unsupported, unsupported compression algorithm. Hmm. What? Okay, then what's the compression algorithm here? Yeah, we'll need to read about this in between. Yeah, but those are files, right? Yes, but zip, zipr, data, no. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so looks like I'm done for today. I will check what's going on with the compression algorithms, what I can use, what I cannot use. Maybe I will have to just unzip it manually, and that's it. But I really want to try to implement the whole unzipping logic in the Go. Okay, thank you for watching, and I see you tomorrow. Bye bye.